Welcome to your online YTT 200. We are now in the Asana section. Before we do any asana, traditionally in Hatha Yoga, the first thing you learn is the sun salutation. In Sanskrit, the sun salutation is known as Surya Namaskar. Surya meaning the sun, Namaskar meaning salute. Because traditionally and historically in yoga, you would face the sun in the early morning and do the practice of sun salutation, which would awaken all your energy channels and as well as give you a good dose of vitamin D. So it's really great to be able to expose yourself to morning sun if it's available to you through an open window, through your balcony, or any other place where open sun is available to you. So let's learn the sun salutation bit by bit, and at the end of this practice, I'm going to put it together. So right now, we're going to learn the pieces of the sun salutation in alignment and also options. So I'm going to give you options for different people and what they'll feel comfortable and safe doing. Let's start from the beginning. The first pose in the sun salutation is called Tadasana or mountain pose. So to do Tadasana or mountain pose, first you need to have all four corners of your feet grounded on the mat. The leg position I'm using is the one comfortable for most people, and that's hip width apart. If you're a woman and your hips are sexy like mine, you will probably like this position better. For a man, big toes together will feel much better because your hips are narrow. Anywhere in between hip width apart and big toes together is acceptable, provided that your toes are facing forward. Your knee is tracking along the center line of your foot. All four corners of your feet are on the floor. This information is available in the alignment and anatomy section of this course. So the next thing that needs to happen is your hips need to be even and facing forward, and your tailbone needs to be facing down. If you look at your belt line, it should be straight. This is not straight. See how my belt line is tilted more to the front? This is called an anterior pelvic tilt. And if you have this tilt, your back hurts all the time. Also, you don't want the back edge of your pants being lower than the front. This means that number one, your butt looks flat, but it's not. It's just hidden. You need to stick your butt out. Okay? So if you have your hips this way, chances are you have neck and shoulder pain all the time. So what we want is an even belt line. The next thing that needs to happen is your shoulders need to be even. The front and back part of your shoulders need to be even. It's not even now. The back part of my shoulders is longer than the front. This is also not even now. The front part of my shoulders is longer than the back. So you want neutral shoulder, arm bones facing upwards. Okay? So once you've straightened your spine, you're going to pretend like you're trying to balance something on your head and you're pushing your crown upwards towards the sky. This is Tadasana or the mountain pose. It helps to squeeze a block between your legs so you can feel the lift in your spine more. So if we're practicing mountain pose as a pose, this is how it looks. My palms are forward because most people have shoulders rolled in. Because most people have shoulders rolled in, it helps to do Tadasana by putting the palms forward, keeping your shoulders where they are, and then just turn the palms sideways like this. Feel free to stay here for around 5 breaths. Now we're going to do the next pose, which is the extended mountain pose. And for that, I'm going to turn side. You're still going to keep your mountain pose alignment. Feel free to put the block between your legs. When your hips come forward to stretch your spine up and to stretch the front body, you need to make sure your butt's not sticking out. So we're gonna scoop our tailbone, push your hips forward, and stretch the hands up and back. You will feel a stretch in the front of your body. What you shouldn't feel is a pinching in the back of your body. That is not a stretch. That is your vertebra hitting each other. So that is not a stretch. That's not what we want. In order to avoid that, we point our tailbone down. We stretch our heart upwards. So you want to feel your rib cage. It helps to put your thumbs under your ribs and just feel the stretch. And now we have a stretch. We've got a stretch here. We are not feeling a pinch. Now, if you have this hip position, you don't need to scoop your tailbone. Actually, you might need to just stay where you are and stretch the heart upward. What you don't want is a collapsed chest. So if it helps everyone, let's do it together. Put your thumbs underneath your ribs and push your chest up. See how nice your lower back feels? That's what you want. If you're really still feeling the pinch, instead of bending back, just stretch straight up. Okay, so that's the extended mountain pose. Let's hold the extended mountain pose. Now, if you feel shoulders are getting tense, just soften the shoulders as you stretch up. Or take your little finger in to keep your shoulders away from your ears. As much as possible, the neck should feel comfortable. So don't drop the neck because your chest can't open. So if your chest can't open, keep the head facing forward or slightly angled up. No need to do that. Because if you feel it here, again, that's not a stretch. It's your bones hitting each other. We want to avoid that so we can do yoga for a long, long time. The third pose in the sun salutation is the forward fold or Uttanasana, the forward bend. Now, bending forward can be really tricky if you're new at yoga. You have to remember that the forward bend starts in the hips. Therefore, having your hip position correct in the forward bend is really important because if you're not bending from the right spot, then it's going to be years and years and you're still going to look the same. So what we want to do is bend from your hips. The first thing that needs to bend is your pelvis. If your butt is scooped in like this, you might have a natural position like this. You won't be bending from your pelvis, you'll be bending from your lower back. Everyone, try it. Bend the knees, scoop your tailbone, and try to bend forward. You'll notice it's very hard. Now I want you to bend your knees, stick your butt out, and bend forward, and look how easy it is. So, the way we're going to teach the forward bend is like this. So we're coming from here. Bend your knees, stick your butt out. Swan dive your hands down to forward fold. And if it's available to you, straighten your legs. But if you straighten your legs and your back comes up like this, don't straighten your legs. Just keep them bent and keep sticking the butt out. When your hamstrings improve, you will be able to deepen your forward bend. Okay, so that's the forward bend, Uttanasana. Later, when we're coming out of the forward bend, there are 3 ways to do it. One will feel better for you. So I encourage you to try them all and see which one you like. So the first one looks like this. You bend the knees, very important. Pull the belly in, chin to chest. Roll up slowly, 1 vertebra at a time. Head is last. Hands come up. And we are back. Okay? This one feels really nice if you have a tight back. Don't forget to draw the belly in. The second one looks like this. Bend the knees, look forward, keep the back straight. So you're lifting the chest, you're pressing with your thighs to lift your spine. This is the safest way to come up. So if you have people with back injuries in your class, feel free to teach them this one. If you have sciatica or herniated discs, this is the safe one. Okay, the final way is only available if your hamstrings are flexible enough and you have a strong back. Otherwise, it can hurt you if you're not strong and flexible enough to do it. Looks like this. Back is straight, legs are straight. First, lift your spine, and with straight back and straight legs, lift yourself out of the forward bend. So those are the 3 ways in which we can come out of a forward bend. Okay, so don't forget, when you do a forward bend, bend your knees, stick your butt out as you come down. Try not to round the spine, because this puts a lot of pressure on your vertebra and can lead to injury. Now the next part of the sun salutation is the lunge. So in order to do the lunge, we're in a forward bend, yes? First, we're going to lift halfway up. This is called Ardha Uttanasana. And I've put this in later for your breathing. You can lift halfway up with knees bent or legs straight, and then you're going to step long way back. The lunge that we're going to use is this high lunge with your knee off the floor. The heel is over the toes, sinking into your groin. Make sure your knee doesn't go past your toes, and open your chest. If you have short arms, you can be on your finger pads. If your arms are a little longer, your hands might be on the floor. What you want to feel in a lunge is a stretch in your groin. So the back leg is feeling a stretch here. You're dropping into your hip and you're opening your chest. So that's the lunge position. Keep your head lifted and gaze forward. The next part of the sun salutation is the plank. So from the lunge, you're going to keep your shoulders over your hands and you're going to go into the plank. Your heels are over your toes and you're pushing the ground actively. You will feel your core engaging. What we don't want is the banana, because then you're going to tense your back too much. So you really need to pull upwards. If this is too difficult, feel free to put your knees down. From the plank, we're going to go into Ashtanga Namaskar, or the 8-point salute. And the 8-point salute, or Ashtanga Namaskar, is a traditional way in which we drop down in sun salutation. So we're going to go into Ashtanga Namaskar from plank. To do this, toes are tucked in, knees come down, butt sticks out. Open your chest, so draw your shoulder blades together behind you and keep your elbows in. Put your chest between your hands and roll the shoulders away from the ears, chin down. So you have 8 points in the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are the hands, 7, 8 are the chest and chin. And from here, you're going to press yourself up and glide forward to an upward dog, rolling your shoulders away from your ears, lifting the chest, extending the spine, working the back muscles. Now, not everyone is strong enough to do that. And I'm sure some of you watching this video right now are thinking, oh my God, I'll never be able to do it. Don't worry about it. I gotcha. So what we're going to do, if you can't do that, and what you're going to teach is you're just going to drop straight down. So let me show you how to make that transition. So we're in a plank. Drop straight down, all the way down. Put your hands on your lower ribs. Point your toes, roll your shoulders back, and pick yourself up. If you can't go too high in your upward dog, you're just going to stay here. Otherwise, feel free to lift. Again, activate the legs, point the toes, scoop the tailbone, stretch the center of the heart for the sky. From here we go to downward dog. Easiest way, knees down. Tuck in your toes. Stick your butt out. Push with your hands to the downward facing dog. Make sure your armpits are facing the floor and keep stretching your thighs back. So here we have a downward facing dog. If you cannot lift your butt because your hamstrings are tight, just bend your knees. So you're going to stick your butt out and drop into the downward dog. From here we step to the plank, to the lunge. From here we step into the lunge. Bending the knees and springing with your back foot. You're going to send your front foot forward, dropping into your hip and lifting your chest. Again, making sure your knees aren't going past the toes. If you can't do that, put your knees down and send your leg between your hands. It's important to get the leg between the hands because if you only end up here, on your next round of sun salutation, you'll be here. And on your next round of sun salutation, you'll be here. And then you'll end up just being on the back wall. So you want to make sure when you do the sun salutation that your foot needs to go between the hands. And so now I've explained each and every piece of the sun salutation. We're going to practice it 4 times together. And this concludes the first stage in our Hatha Yoga experience. So let's do the sun salutation together 4 times. Come to the top of your mats. Palms together in Namaskaram. Find your Tadasana. Inhale, hips forward, heart up. Exhale, push your thighs back, drop down. Inhale, look halfway up. You can bend your knees. Exhale, right leg long way back. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, knees, chest, chin down. Inhale, glide forward to upward dog. Remember the options. Exhaling to downward facing dog. On the next inhale, bending the knees and stepping the foot between the hands. Drop into your groin, look forward. Exhale, left leg follows. Push your thighs back. Any way that I taught you how to rise up, you can apply it now. I'm going to choose this one for this round. Inhale, hands overhead, stretching straight up. Exhale to Tadasana again. Left side, one round is right and left. Inhale, stretching up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, halfway up. Again, you can bend your knees. Exhale, left leg long way back. Inhale, right leg, stay strong. Exhale, if you want, just drop straight down. Point the toes, shoulders away from ears, heart rising up, inhale. Downward facing dog, tuck in the toes, push butt back, exhale. Bending the knees and stepping the left foot between your hands. Make sure it reaches. If it doesn't, help it through. Exhale, other leg follows. And now you can choose another way to come up if you want. This one is with a straight spine. And exhale, hands down. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bend knees, right leg back. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg forward. Exhale, left leg forward. Inhale, I'm going to show you the advanced way of coming up. Don't force yourself to do something. If something hurts, you have to stop doing it and try something else. Inhaling, hands up. Exhaling, hands down. Inhaling, halfway up. Exhaling, left leg back. Inhaling, right leg back. Exhaling, knees, chest, chin. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. Inhaling, left foot forward. Exhaling, right foot forward. Inhaling, rising up. Look, it's the sun. Feels so good. Exhaling, hands down. Let's go again for round 3. This time I'm going to use the names and the breath. Inhale, Tadasana, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale to lunge. Inhale, Kumbhakasana. Exhale, Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale to lunge forward. Exhale to Uttanasana again. Inhaling, Tadasana Urdhva Hastasana. Exhaling, Tadasana. Inhaling, extended mountain pose. Exhaling, hands to the floor. Inhaling, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhaling, lunge. Inhaling, plank. Exhaling, knees, chest, chin. So in English, you can call it knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, rising up. And exhale, hands down. Let's do it one last time. Just the breath. Inhale. Exhale, keep the breath freely flowing. Inhale. Breath and movement synchronized. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time left. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So for this day, we're only going to do this 4 times. And now, we're going to conclude our practice. We're going to conclude our practice by lying on the back and relaxing in our Shavasana. So relaxing completely your body. And feel free to stay here for around 5 minutes and just observe the effects of the sun salutation on your body. So that concludes our exploration of the sun salutation. What I'd like you to do for the next 3 days, so today is day 1, is you're gonna try and perfect the sun salutation, perfect your technique a little bit more, and really explore the sun salutation. So for day 2 and 3, we're going to do more rounds. I'm gonna give you more options to help you to increase your strength and flexibility through this practice, to help you open your energy channels, because the sun salutation opens all our energy channels. We're gonna add more detail to this beautiful practice. I hope you enjoy it, and for sure you're already hot and sweaty because that's what it's supposed to do. Especially if we're facing the sun like we're doing now, it's really beautiful to be able to do that. So, see you tomorrow. Namaste.